It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And away we go from Wisconsin. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's on the move. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Knocked down by Fred Warner. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
This is Reed working the right side. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Renardo Green with that tackle.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Throwing his love on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They've made it to 1st and goal on their opening drive, hoping to start this game with 6.
Let's go now.
Man in motion out of the slot. Love out of the shotgun. He's got it. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
second down, here's McCaffrey. He breaks the tackle. And he'll get it up to the 44. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Third and long, Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. He finds space, middle of the field. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers start off well to tie things 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Set. 19 Lions.
Throwing Love. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun now for Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They've got it first to begin the frame.
70 ranges, go!
Love from the gun. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st. Working quickly here. Loves to throw again. This is on target to Christian Watson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Offense in the hurry up here. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
18, Pioneer. Check go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Jacobs. nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Tight end going in motion here. He'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Packers take a second quarter lead. Marshawn Lloyd with the touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Now Purdy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked it down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away. I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go.
They send the tight end in motion. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Packers working here.
Okay, ready?
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Green Bay. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, because, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just a machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14. On now is McManus to kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Draw play. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Going run again with McCaffrey. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. From the gun is Purdy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. Set. Buffalo 18.
To the air with Love. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Rasul Douglas. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 23. Space past the 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
70 Lions. Go. Check. Panther 11. Ready.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. 1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Rolling left, buying some time. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Starting from the 5. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you The special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That finds Ayuk complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Kittle brings it in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 1-yard gain on the play. And that's a 49er first down. Purdy throwing here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Chased out to his right. Still on his feet. Now here he goes. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Packers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He's out in the clear. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
Love out of the shotgun. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Packers. New set of downs for him from the 46. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go...
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Set up.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Jacobs running behind center. And they'll stuff him after a short pickup to the 24. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Packers. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1 yard line.
Here we go. Set. Go.
They'll run, Jacobs. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Niners 2-yard line.
Go.
Again, it's Jacobs. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. Return's looking good so far. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. 49ers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Now it's Purdy. His running back catches it downfield. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers putting up points in a game decided. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now the 49ers deciding to keep the offense on the field. They're going for 2.
Track 60.
He's throwing for it. Oh, brother, it's another interception. He's off to the races. Into the red zone. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Trying the inside handoff to Lloyd. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? Offense to the line for 2nd down. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Running it after the penalty. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. So this is a Packers win. And this streak will live to see another.